that you write in and you tell us who you want to meet, the World Heavyweight Wrestling Champion. Over 10,000 letters poured in, and the overwhelming choice, I might add, was in fact the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. That's right. Dusty Rhodes will be meeting the World Heavyweight Wrestling Champion, and he is on hand right now to sign that particular contract. So let's move over to this desk. And Dusty, first of all, congratulations, and let me at this time introduce the matchmaker who will be signing the contract here with Dusty Rhodes, George Scott, and certainly quite an occasion for all of us.
This is fantastic, Gordon, and you know, the matches and all the mail come in, and Dusty won the vote, and so now he gets to wrestle the champion. And Dusty, there's some small print down here, and I want you to look at it before you sign this thing, and I think it's probably to your liking, and I'll give it to you here. And
let me tell you, Gordon, Dusty Rhodes going to sign this thing. This is the most important...
You got one more here.
I got another one here, Jack. This is the most important time in Dusty Rhodes' life right here today, because Dusty Rhodes has been World Heavyweight Champion, vowed never to do it again. And now it's come around full circle. And the fine print, I kind of know about right there. So that's why I went ahead and signed it. Harley Race is the one that's got to worry about the fine print.
Here, I'll give you this, Gordon. Maybe you can...
All right, I might just point out that it says a couple of things that I think are of interesting note in this signing of this contract. The welfare of each contestant is his own personal responsibility. It will not be assumed by the promoter or any other person directly or indirectly involved with this contest. It has been signed, in fact, by Harley Race and by Dusty Rhodes and by George Scott, the sanctioning official. Let me read now the fine print that we're talking about. The championship will change hands in the event of a disqualification, and the financial agreement for this match indicates winner take all. Now, Dusty, that means it's all or nothing.
Well, Gordon, you know, it's always been, all my life, it's been all or nothing. It's either been shooting for the moon or shooting for the dream, or trying to be something that I am. George Scott, I've known for a long time, a matchmaker. The great athlete in his own right. He knows what it is to really shoot for something. This is my time. This is the main event. This is the final hour of Harley Race. This is my time. This qualification, you can't run, you can't hide, you can't do nothing. But I want to say something to the people, most of all, because it means so much to me. There is a love between me and my wrestling fan like no man has ever had. And I knew the day would come when I could bring it home to you. And I'm going to bring it home to you. Because the dream loves you, baby. And it's going to happen. Dusty Rhodes going to be World Heavyweight Champion.
And,
guess who's back? Yeah, you ain't run me off no superstation or out of no George either. Let me tell you something. I made it real clear, and I mean real clear, that when you sent that great, big, fat, stinking butcher in the ring with me, that I'd kick his behind all over the building. I'd beat him with chairs and garbage cans and anything else it took. And I did. And want to make sure everybody looking at me right now, including you and everybody else, knows my friend Black Jack Mulligan. Here he is. Let me tell you something about Mulligan. I'm going to tear his ears off, rip off his eyes, and I'm going to tear him all over that Omni. And if there's anybody sitting in the Omni or anywhere else thinks it ain't going to happen, you're nuts. And I got to say, let me tell you something.
all right, at the Omni on the 21st, this man will meet Black
I want
Jack
you to take a good look at Black Jack Mulligan. I don't want there to be no doubts in your mind, or anybody else's mind. When I get done with Mulligan, I'm going to run him just like I ran the butcher.
Try to blow up a hot water bottle. Might point out, and we won't get into commercialism here, but this particular hot water bottle has a 4-year guarantee on it. And I have brought it out here for Mr. Patera to attempt. All right, we have the bottle. Let me put the stopper aside. You don't need that. And now you intend to, through lung pressure and all, blow this up.
I'm going to blow this hot water bottle up, Gordon, until it explodes. All right? You know, a lot of people say, well, what does a hot water bottle have to do with strength? It doesn't show power. It doesn't show the muscularity. This proves to everybody out there that Ken Patera is in tremendous shape. The cardiovascular condition is every bit as important as any other part of your body. Of course, the main essential thing is right here, what's between your ears, and Patera's got it all. It's quite obvious. This makes the body do feats of strength which other people might try, but they never accomplish. So we're going to do this, Gordon. I haven't done this for quite a while. A lot of people ask me, well, Ken, do something that we don't see every day. And that's what I'm trying to bring to championship wrestling. Just fold this top down a little bit. Some people might have seen this done before. This is a new type of water bottle that's reinforced with nylon threads. It's much, much more difficult than the old rubber style. So, new technology has made it much tougher.
Well, as I said, of course, on the box it says a 4-year guarantee, and we're going to find out whether Mr. Patera can destroy that guarantee before it ever gets started here.
Glasses to protect eyes. Don't I look sexy, huh? Huh? All right.
He's got that to a monstrous size now. How much more of that he can do, I don't know. He has to be facing tremendous back. Are you all right?
Huh? You like it, huh?
Well, that's obviously a tremendous recommendation for not smoking as well, I would say.
That's right. If somebody wants to accomplish this, stay out of the stinky, smoky bars and go to the gymnasium like Ken Patera does, and you will become as great as I, perhaps, someday.
Well, there you have it. Truly an amazing feat of strength again by Ken Patera, and certainly good words, too. The cardiovascular system is critically essential to you, no matter what form of athletics or no matter what your position. Blackjack Mulligan that I think bear listening to at this particular time.
Well, well, well. Then we got something else. Big, tough bruiser Brody. Big man's over 6 foot tall, weighs about 300 pounds, goes around the country beating up kids, old ladies, anybody else that can't handle themselves. You know something, Brody? The problem with you is that you ain't got the right thing put on you yet. You ain't met the right person. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to tell you something right now. I've known this boy for a long time. He's been rotten all the way from the beginning. He used to play football in high school down there, and I'm going to tell you something. He was so hated, he was so rotten and so stinking that he's the only man in the history of football that his teammates made him dress with the opposing team. Filthy man. Now, Brody, we're getting right down to the facts, the bare facts. This thing has been going to happen all across the world. Every time the match is booked, I don't care if it's in Kansas City, I don't care if it's in New York, you decide to hightail it. And I got something for you, Brody. No matter what city it is, what town it is, it's going to be a battle of the giants. Oh, no doubt, you're a tough man. You can go out back behind the Rock Inn 2 a.m. in Sweetwater and whoop everybody in Sweetwater. But, brother, I was out of town. And I'm going to guarantee the people one thing, wherever this match takes place, it makes no difference. There's going to be some teeth knocked out. There's going to be somebody busted up. There's going to be somebody hurt. Now, Brody, you've been running roughshod over everybody. But now you've got some competition. I'm as big as you are, and we're going to find out if I'm as tough as you are. So it makes no difference to me. Beat up anybody you want to. Get some practice. Go out behind the board. Go out behind the barn, hit yourself over the head with some Jim Beam bottles, get some 2x4s, because that's what it's going to be like. It's going to be excitement, pandemonium, people foaming at the mouth. Because somebody is going down, brother, and it makes no difference to me as long as it's you.
The Omni in Atlanta. The Georgia Tag Team Champions, Steve-O and Ted DiBiase, facing the World Tag Team Champions, the Minnesota Wrecking Crew, Ole and Gene Anderson. And what a tremendous confrontation this is going to be.
Good, Gordon, you know,
when you talk about testing somebody's ability and somebody's skill, you know, Steve and I have been together for a short time. We've got these Georgia belts. We beat a team that had these belts for a long time, but to go ahead and go in the ring and go up against the world tag team champions, and everybody in this area and everybody watching this TV station knows that Ole and Gene Anderson, they call them the Minnesota Wrecking Crew, and we both know what they're capable of doing, but we're not going into it blind, and we're going in there to prove to everybody against the best that we can be the best.
Hey, you know, Ted and I think we're starting a new force in professional wrestling, a force that's going to have to be reckoned with. We have a style, we have the integrity, we have the fortitude to go out and take whatever it has to take to be successful, and we are successful.
Certainly no question about that. Ted DiBiase and Steve O. We'll make sure I'm there to see Dusty Rhodes going after Harley Race in the world title.
Got a lot more to be said about Harley Race and Dusty Rhodes and the world heavyweight title. It is all on the line. It's come down to this, the main event, the final hour. Harley Race, the people wanted it. I will never let the people in Atlanta down. I will never step back from Harley Race in this event because they called it, they wanted it, they named it, and baby, as long as I'm walking, the dream loves you. And remember that. They're going to be there yelling, screaming louder than they ever did before because this is the final hour for Harley Race. His final minute, his final second, because Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream, on the 21st of the Omni will be world.
Now the